What's going on, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving. Today is a day to be grateful. We forget a lot of times that just even waking up in the morning, um, being able to have another chance to do things right, to enjoy the day, to have good food, to remember our friends, our family, um, to say hi, to help someone out that needs it, to just live. Um, a lot of times we get in our routine and our lives get so busy and we get so full of everything that we have going on. um, we forget the small things, and just even waking up is a blessing. Um, so at days like today, we've forefronted this as a holiday, Thanksgiving, and it's easy to remember, because of it. It's a calendar day off, and all families get together and we share and we tell stories and we watch football and we eat well and we love on each other. And I guess where I'm going is, number one, I'm definitely wishing y'all a very, very happy Thanksgiving. And I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for everything. Um, but I would like to, I want to ask you, and when I ask you, I'm asking and trying to remind myself that when tomorrow comes, and the next day, and the next day, and we get back into our routine next week, next Monday and Tuesday and next Wednesday, and we're back busy working, and hustling, and our minds get preoccupied again. Um, Try and have Thanksgiving then. Like I said, I'm saying this to you, but I want it to bounce back to me. I rewatch a lot of these videos, and I know what I say in these videos, and I'm opening my heart up to you on Thanksgiving, on how I want to be and how I want to remember. So next week when I wake up on Wednesday morning and I have to go even maybe do something I don't want to do, mow the lawn, I don't know, rake the leaves, go to work when it's not right, I want to be as grateful as I am this morning, thinking of Thanksgiving Day, and knowing that each day that I get to wake up, God's allowing me another chance to make him smile, to make him happy, to do things right, and to make him happy, believe it or not, makes us inside very happy ourselves, because God lives inside of us. And in 51 years of my life, that's probably one of the most important things that I could ever share with you, that I've learned. When we're right inside, we feel good because God lives inside of us. His Spirit. We are made in His image. So, happy Thanksgiving. Welling up in my heart. I love you all, and I'm grateful for your public subscription. Now let's tell you a little bit about the fishing, what's going on Fork. Listen, Fork is Lake Fork. And when we have a cold front like we do right now, and it's raining, it's actually done some good justice to the lake level-wise. It's very little compared to how low we are. But when we have these cold fronts, Florida strain bass don't like cold fronts, but it's a big fish lake, and that's what I want to remind you of. In all the negativity that I've kind of had posting about low number count and fish count, etc., it's still the number one big fish lake, in my opinion, in the state, and not because of how many teenage fish it puts out or double-digit fish it puts out. Shoot, OHIV's got it beat as far as share lunkers and things like that the last couple of years. I just mean on a consistent basis, how many 5 to 10 pound bass, how frequent they are caught, how often they're out there by the dozens, the groves. OHIV is a very little lake, and yes, it's got some giant fish in it, but it doesn't have as many, not because it's a small lake, but per volume. So Lake Fork is a big fish factory, and the reason I'm stating that is yes, the fishing's really slow and tough right now, but it's the place to go to target a big one. If that's what you want to do, is target a big fish. Right now is the best time. November, December, January, even in the beginning of February, and of course March, April, May, next year we catch them. They just get easy to catch. But the next 3 months, targeting them with live scope, finding them suspending in the trees and throwing jerk baits, square bills, swim jigs, Alabama rigs by those fish, enticing those fish to come out of those trees and hit those types of baits is the best way to go. You really got to do your homework and pay your dues and be diligent about it on a daily basis. But you got to go out there and find the fish in the trees with the live scope. You can absolutely see them, and then play with different baits, different color baits, different size baits, to get them to interact with you. Either, once they're following a bait, that means you're on their way. If you throw something in, you see a 3 or 4 fish in a big tree, submerged tree, and you throw a bait and they leave, you've done something wrong. They start to follow the bait or come out at the bait, and you're in the family of the right bait to get them to eat it. But with that being said, the lake has been dropping. It kind of stabilized this week from Monday through yesterday. 395.99 on Monday, 395.98 yesterday, and then we've already come up over an inch. 396.12. Actually, at 9:30 this morning when I woke up, it said 396.16. And I just now redouble checked it. It's 396.12. But we've been raining. We're still raining. More rain to come. An inch and a half is great. That's why I put this green arrow, by the way, and a star. It lets you know that we've reversed. We're on the rise. These factors are very important to bass fishermen, especially in the spring. Rising water rises fish. Falling water points them out. But I highlight that on purpose so that you can really see that we're changing. Everything's changing. It is pretty cool, cold rain, so we're dropping in temperature. We're 54, 58 in the main lake, but I circled the highlight of the arrow down, put a star by it. We're actually falling. So I'm going to guess by the end of today and tomorrow, we'll be in the low 50s, maybe a little lower than 54 degrees. With the low lake conditions, visibility is still fair, 1 to 2 foot visibility in most places. I put 0 to 2, but there's really no 0 out there right now. You can see 6 inches minimum. So really this should be, 1 to 2 period, but I'm not going to change it. The lake overall needs a lot more of this rain. The good thing that I see about it is that it hasn't been raining that hard. It's been raining quite a bit, non-stop throughout the night. Light falling rain with some periodically little heavy spells. But the lake is changing already, and that's because the ground is soaked and the ponds are full. My pond is max full. I got a 3-acre pond that we dug out a couple years back. It's max full, so anytime any water comes in, it goes out, goes right back into the creek, which goes into Hauck Lake, which is on the north end of the west side. Hauck Lake overspills into Lake Fork. I can tell you a couple things I do want to share with you that, again, Lake Fork itself is fishing tough for numbers, but you can go target the big ones. I shared some baits the other day, and I didn't tell you colors. I wanted to clarify the colors. So in the rattle trap, this right here is actually a Strike King red eye shad. That color was actually called green tomato. In the square bill that I showed you, it's green tomato. It's my favorite color for the next 6 to 8 weeks. In a 6 cents version, it's called Lavatrus. It's something similar anyways. And that red orange chartreuse color combination is it's the way to go. It's hot. The frog that I shared, and this is not for Lake Fork, by the way, the frog that I did talk about, and I think I gave you guys this publicly, going to Lake Welsh. Lake Welsh is a power plant lake. The water's not as hot as normal, but there is frog bite, and that color is actually called natural red. My favorite frog is a natural red. I do like regular colored frogs, like a shad colored frog and a green bullfrog color. But for some reason, that natural red has really become one of my favorites overall. They just eat it well, and or black. But another thing I want to share with you publicly, I'm trying to give you some decent information, especially on Thanksgiving, is orange colored type baits. This is a chatterbait right here. Orange and green pumpkin or watermelon red. That combination in the wintertime is money. So when this front passes, for example, on Fork, the sun gets to shine. I would go out and I would fish banks that have the sun shining all morning long. The banks that the sun first hits, the red clay banks in those areas where the sun is first hitting the banks. The fish can and will be up there sunbathing. And besides, a rattle trap or a red eye shad or a lipless crankbait, a chatterbait, and this particular combination of color, black and orange, even blue fleck and orange, but just have that orange in it. You'll notice this even has an orange blade on it. It's just, there's something about that orange color in the winter time that Sam Rayburn Red, for example, for a lipless crankbait, Sam Rayburn Red has caught a lot of 10, 11 pound bass that have been in 6 to 8, 10 inches of water right on the bank sunbathing, just on do-nothing shorelines when that sun is warming up the morning. So keep that in mind. And that's kind of it. That's what I got for you guys. I got a couple things for sale for you. If you don't mind me sharing here. Bass Lady Brooke and I did a lot of fishing this year, bass fishing, and we traveled and did some fly fishing. And we actually got her a pair of wading boots, kind of a spur of the moment. And they are Cabela brand, Bass Pro Cabela brand. They're awesome boots. The issue was that Bass Lady Brooke's this little itty bitty thing, and we had to settle for size 9 when she's a size 7. Normally you go up one size for the waders to fit in, and etc. They didn't have the 8s, so we went with the size 9. She's wore them twice. They're just too big for her. They move around a lot. And now that she's gone back to school, we have time to actually have got her the right size ones. But I want to see if I can't sell these off to somebody to two things. Give somebody a good boot, good wading boot. If you're wading streams, if you're a trout fisherman, trout fisher gal, this is a great boot. And come on, buddy. They're about $150 brand spanking new. These still are brand new. They've basically been worn, again, twice on the White River in Arkansas. And I think maybe once in Broken Bow. So maybe 3 times. But they're still super fresh, super new. They don't stink. Brooke never stank. Lol, she's going to kill me for saying that. She never did. She was just a nice young lady. Kept clean. Kept her stuff real neat. So the boots are still neat. I'd like to get... Shoot, I don't know if I could get, I'd like to say 100, but if I could get $80 back on this, I'll ship them. Maybe 75 plus shipping. This is a good deal for somebody who needs to get their wife or a lady out there looking for size 9 wading boots. Okay. Another thing that I have that I kind of do want to get off my hands here is if you got a Yamaha Show engine, the newer version, the new engine. I'm selling my engine cover. My boat is for sale, so my 2022 boat should be going away here soon. My 2023 will be in December or January, and I'm selling the cover. These covers are in excess of $200. I will get a new one for next year's rig, but I'm selling this cover right here. If anybody wants this, $100. $100 plus shipping. It has the vented breathing deals. I can tell you on some boats, for some reason, it doesn't. The engine, some, not all. I see a lot of them out there, and some guys have no issues at all. But on some engines, for some reason, it does kind of clog the breathing just a little bit. But $100 engine cover keeps you safe from scratches, dings. It's insulated. It's great for your brand new engine to keep it looking brand new. Let me know on that if you're interested. And again, $100 on that. That's way less than half price. I think they're $299. The boots, I'll ship everything right to you. Thank you guys. Appreciate you watching. Hit the thumbs up if you found this, that you liked it. Comment below. My number right there, 602-826-1524 if you want the boots or the engine cover. And other than that, I appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving.